and welcome to our Zoom experience tonight, where we're going to be talking about stress, anxiety, and some different things that can support you in your wellness journey. So welcome, and we're going to get started. Okay, we're going to get started with the recording. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. My name is Jana Mitten. I'm an essential oil expert. I'm with a company called doTERRA, and I'm so excited to share my screen with you and to teach you some things about anxiety, stress, and to give you some great support to help you and bless your life. Okay, so let's start right here. We get a let get it going here. Hold on a second. Let me get a better view. I haven't done this for a minute. So anyway, well, here we go. The goals for this class is I want to tell you 3 ways to use essential oils for anxiety, for stress, and then for some sleep too. We're going to talk about that as well. Just let me get my view straightened out here. And then we're going to talk about the doTERRA difference. We're going to talk about the fact that we have 3 brains and what that means as far as support and about, how that we deal with stress and anxiety and how there's a connection. And then we're going to tell you 3 ways to get your oils. So this is going to go quick and we're going to give you lots of information. Let me stop my share real quick and then I'm going to share it again. Hold on 1 second. Get it going here. Get my view. My problem is I've got 2 different things going on. All right, let's look at it. So let's look at this. So doTERRA has the finest oils from around the world. I mean, doTERRA has the best oils. We go around the world to find them where they are sourced and where they're grown in their natural habitat, and they're grown to have the finest quality that you would ever find. So around the world, these oils come from, and they're tested for purity, and they're the purest that you can find on the planet. So only the best for you and yours, right? And these plants, if you look around, you see peppermint and basil and sandalwood and thyme and marjoram and rose and melissa and oregano and fennel. We'll be talking about a lot of these oils tonight, and you can see that they're sourced from all around the globe. And then why do you choose doTERRA? Well, we can't beat the purity for doTERRA because purity equals power. And this company promotes healthy living, and it's a one-stop shop for everything you need to replace in your whole arsenal if you want to transition to the non-toxic life. So there's life-changing choices for your family's health, and doTERRA is dedicated to purity and to keep literally to help us it's not an extra expense. We are transitioning to a better quality of life with these essential oils that we use as medicine and a lot of other things that you're going to find out tonight. So let's talk about, there's 3 ways to use essential oils. Now, I want to just make a little caveat right here, because other essential oil companies, you cannot use this 3rd way. All right. And some of them you can't even use the 2nd way. And if you can't use them topically or internally, why would you even want to smell them? Because they're probably toxic. Most essential oils on the market, at least 96% of essential oils. Please excuse the sound in the background. 96% of essential oils are polluted, diluted, or mutated in some way. It is a totally unregulated industry. And, it's just, you have to know what you're doing and do your research to get the purest essential oils. There's a lot of also misinformation out there as well. So let's talk about the 3 ways to use them. First of all, aromatically. Did you know that smell is the fastest way to affect your mood? It is the fastest way to get to your brain. Actually, the nose brain is a term I heard from a neurologist today. The nose is part of the brain, and they think that even Alzheimer's disease and dementia can be attached to your nose microbiome. That's one of the things that can actually affect your mental support. for cognitive health is your nose microbiome. So aromatic molecules have direct access to the limbic system in the brain, which is the emotional seat, through the nose. So know your smell is your strongest of your five senses because it can affect your brain and send different messages to your body for healing or sickness so quickly. All right. So the second way to use essential oils effectively is topically. Okay. How do you use them topically? Well, it's kind of like once you start doing it, right? Using them, it is definitely common sense. You can apply them to the bottoms of your feet. You can apply them to their spine, but wherever you put them on your skin, they get in your bloodstream in about 20 seconds and 2 minutes. They're in every cell in your body and the tissues throughout your body. And you can massage into a specific area for localized support. So for instance, if your muscles are sore, we have oils for that. If you see over there on the right, it shows past tense, which is for occasional head tension. Well, where's your headache? Is your headache here? Is it in the back of your neck? Is it, is it here? You can actually put the oil where it hurts, or you can just put it in general and you're going to get some effect, or just smell it. Okay. Sometimes just smelling peppermint oil. You can take a drop of frankincense and put it on your thumb and stick it in the roof of your mouth for 60 seconds. And that may relieve your head tension. You can apply it over your heart, the inside of your wrists, the fleshy pockets behind your ears, even, along this vein here, right, to get it in your bloodstream quickly. But wherever you put it, it's going to work. And it's going to have an effect. You can apply it on the back of your neck, across your forehead, the bottoms of your feet, and some essential oils actually even pass the blood-brain barrier. And one of those is frankincense. So you can use it for mental support and focus or mental fog. It's so good for that, right? Essential oils. And you can even apply it over your stomach area. If you have digestive issues, there are certain oils that are good for stomach issues. Again, peppermint is one that's good for both the last two issues I talked about. And then internally, okay, this is the one that is the big like, watch out, because you can't use every essential oil internally. Some doTERRA oils that say for ingestion or for internal use, you can use those essential oils internally. How do you use them? Well, you just use a drop or two, because a drop is a dose. It's common sense. You don't want to use a whole bottle. Okay. It's not like taking cough medicine where you like take a whole spoonful. No, just a drop as a dose, which is another reason that they are so reasonably priced, because a drop is a dose. Okay. A drop or two is a dose. For instance, you see On Guard essential oil here. You can put that in a capsule. There are oils like, for instance, peppermint, you can put in your water and sip it in your water. You can do lemon, citrus oils. Sip them throughout the day for a mild cleansing effect for all your organs. It really helps your liver and the process of neural pathways for other toxins to get out of your, not your neurotoxin, but your elimination pathways, so that your body can detoxify. It is just, they're amazing essential oils. Using them in your daily routine, all three ways. And when you have an issue, it's best to use them all three ways and learn how to do it. And let me tell you, don't worry about learning how, because when you join with me or anyone on my team, we give you free education, and we give you so much good education. You can be an essential oil expert too, if you just watch, apply, and participate in our community. Education is a big deal for us. Okay, aromatically, how does this work? All right, now you're like, really, I could smell an oil and it's going to help relieve some kind of attention. Yes. Okay. Let me tell you how it works. Okay. So number one, you have something called olfactory nerves. Let's talk about just for a second, guys. Don't geek out on me here, but we're just going to talk science for a minute. When we inhale an essential oil, and I have some on right now, so I just put some of our sun care on, because I just did a video about it, and I can smell those wonderful essential oils, especially orange. I smell in this sun care. You inhale it, it goes into the nasal cavity, and you receive the input from the aromatic compounds, and they go up your nose to number two, the olfactory bulb. Okay, this is right behind your nose. If you pinch your nose right here, it's right behind there, and it sends electrical impulses from the olfactory nerves to the limbic system of the brain. Now, the limbic system processes and releases neurochemicals that evoke an emotional and a physical response depending on the essential oil use. For instance, if I want to, if I do have some brain fog and I'm like trying to wake up and I'm really tired, I didn't sleep, or, whatever, had to stay up late or for whatever reason, you can smell peppermint and it's very energizing. Essential oil of wild orange, it's very energizing, right? I can smell lavender and it's very calming. So if I need to calm down or if I want to sleep, so you can see here, we have a thing here, diffuse the rainbow. So this is an essential oils kit, and you can see there are multiple different oils in there, and you can get a kit with like 10 oils in a diffuser. And it's so awesome because there are oils in there for sleep. There's oils in there for joy and creativity. There are oils in there for immune boosting. There are oils for focus, for uplifting your mood or boosting your immune system. There are oils for tension, respiratory distress, for sinuses, for digestion, for tranquility, and then some for emotional soothing or adapting, right? So there are so many essential oils just in those 10 right there. So many things you can use them for. And then they're really awesome. Yeah. Okay, so use them all 3 ways for the best result. So I want to give you some stats right here, and this is pre the cocoa. All right, 18% of US adults have a prevalence of anxiety, and 25% of US children from 13 to 18. Again, these are dated, and it's much higher now. We're going to talk about some common forms of anxiety because there are different types, and we're going to talk about it. But doTERRA products support mood and emotions and other symptoms, but we can also get to the root issue of and help that way. Okay, because so this is a different approach to just putting a band-aid on a symptom. We can also help you get to the root of it with a wellness consultation and help you, change your life. Because listen, oils work at the cellular level to support the body. They go to the cells, they go through the bloodstream, they go in the cells, and they really, really support the body. All right, so look at this. 53% of moms and 29% of dads reported sleep problems from stress related to the pandemic. All right, and we know it's resurging all over the country. Again, what we put in our body affects our emotions. So Mark and I were we don't usually shop at just a regular grocery store anymore. Like we haven't for years, unless we have to run out at emergency for dog food or to go get paper products, like paper towels and toilet paper. And that's about all we buy from a regular grocery store. We had to grab some dog food on the way home from July 4th party, and we went to a Kroger and we walked down the aisle of the cleaning products to get to another place. And both of us got an instant headache. We were like, oh my gosh, when we're walking down that long aisle and we're holding our breath. And I was like, oh my gosh, how can people stand this? And he's like, I don't know. We both came home and diffused oils, and we were like, I'm like, I can still smell that stuff. Like, and it made him have a headache, and he like had to put on a ton of oils, and he was like, I still have a headache from that. I don't know how people can use the cleaners and the toxic things that they use now that I have detoxed. And it used to, I'm like, did this not bother us? Like 6 years ago? Did we just walk down this aisle and think it was fine? Because it's like I was like coughing and choking, and even going down the health and beauty aisle with the shampoos and all the makeup and perfumes, I can't do it. Okay, because once your body gets pure and detoxes from that, and just knowing that when you use those things, it can affect your family and it can affect you, because this stuff is getting in, on, and around you, and it is affecting mood. All right. And can cause stress and anxiety. Now, just know that doTERRA essential oils are safe for children and even pets. So we have some oils for emotions like passion, forgive, console, peace, and cheer. We have some awesome oils for emotional support. We have a whole kids line for your children that are in roller balls, and they can take those rollers with them to school. They can put them in their bag. And if your child is tense, there we have one called Brave. If you have a child that has trouble, like if they have to take a test or they're shy or, they're afraid, first aid jitters when they're young. There's so many good oils. They're good oils for support for their mood and also for their immune system, for muscle aches and pains, growing pains that are safe for them. They're already diluted and they can just put them on topically. Now let's talk about the three brains, because I said we were going to talk about that. We're not going to get in the weeds with this because this is like a really, scientific type thing. And sometimes people get a little bored in their attention span with science. Okay. So just let you know what emotions are, because we're talking about anxiety and stress and sleep. Okay. But emotions are information carrying molecules that bind to and react with our cell receptors. And remember, essential oils work at the cellular level. They go into the cell and they impact function and behavior. I'm talking about emotions here. Okay. What else goes into your cells and that bind to your cell receptors? Essential oils. They naturally do that. God created it that way. Now we have three brains, y'all. And actually there's some of the people, we even think we have a nodes brain. Heard that term today. But first of all, your mind. Okay. Your mind is your logic and your intellect. This is between your ears. And this is the subconscious mind that directs about 90% of our behavior. The second brain is the heart. This is where we have intuition. There are more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. So there are more neural pathways going this way than this way. So the heart is a place for intuition. It's like, you hurt my heart. I felt that in my heart. It's in my heart to do this. It's a real thing. Okay. And the brain between your ears and the brain in your heart communicate. Now, the connection between this next brain is most important, and that is the gut brain. 90% of the body's serotonin involved in mood management is produced in your gut. Now, here's the thing. If this brain, and your gut brain are out of sync, it can really, really, really throw off your ability to deal with stress, your mood, and your emotions. All right. So the big problem is many times in the gut. Okay. So from what you're eating, what your liver is processing, getting backed up, think about like sewage. Okay. Think about your digestive system, like plumbing. And if your plumbing gets backed up, and your digestive system, whether you be constipated, you have diarrhea, you have acid reflux, you have some of these things and it's backed up, it throws off something called the vagus nerve that connects all three of these. And it really wreaks havoc on your emotions. Now think about your children, okay? Your children can have this issue as well. If they have gut issues, what they're eating, their diet is so important, and their digestive system being clean and working efficiently is so important for their anxiety, for their stress, for their emotions as well. Now, here's something that is a kind of a taboo subject sometimes, and this is that medication can affect anxiety, okay? One round of antibiotics can increase anxiety by 50%. All right. And we know that, many, many times that you go to the doctor, they will throw some antibiotics your way, because, depending on what it is, it can just be willy-nilly anything. Well, let's get you some antibiotics that can increase your anxiety by 50%. 2 rounds of antibiotics by 85%. So medication and the toxins that you could use, like in cleaners, health and beauty aid, stuff you put on your skin, all of these things accumulate, and it is a cumulative effect, and it can give a generalized anxiety disorder, which is GAD. Okay. And is characterized by excessive and unrealistic worry about 2 or more aspects of life. And when dealing with generalized anxiety disorder, it's hard to control your worry, and people may anticipate disaster, expect the worst in situations, even when there's no reason to. Okay. And 6.8 million US adults, or 3% of our population. Again, these are pre-pandemic. Women are twice as likely to be affected as men, and having a sense of impending danger, panic, or doom, feeling weak, tired, or restless, overthinking, difficulty concentrating, having trouble sleeping, experiencing gastrointestinal problems. These are some common symptoms of general anxiety disorder. And yes, we have oils for that. Now, let me tell you about the adaptive system. Okay. Adaptive system is a blend of essential oils that doTERRA has developed. And as I go through this, you're going to hear me talk about some individual oils, but almost all the individual oils I'm going to be talking about are in this adaptive system. So this is a blend of essential oils made by doTERRA, only from doTERRA. And it comes 3 ways. So one way is in a capsule. Okay. You can take a couple of those capsules for breakfast, and a couple at night before bed. They actually help me to sleep and help me to turn off my brain. They're wonderful. Okay. We also have essential oils called Serenity that come in a capsule as well. And even copaiba oil also can help with rest and sleep. Okay, now let me tell you what's in these. Lavender essential oil is in the capsule. Coriander essential oils in the capsule. Wild orange and fennel, which is great for hormone balancing. And then selenium and GABA and ahi flower. Okay, so these work with your brain to help turn off your brain. They're amazing. Also, adaptive comes in an essential oil. Okay, and it is a blend of oils. And let me tell you the oils that are there: lavender, magnolia, neroli, sweet gum, wild orange, spearmint, copaiba, and rosemary oil. It smells amazing. It comes in a roller that you can roll on using topically, and it comes in essential oil that you can use in your diffuser or apply topically. Okay, so I think you should get all 3 because you take them for different things, right? You use them all 3 ways, and they are amazing how they can help with your anxiety, with stress. And again, if your child's old enough to take a capsule, they can take these, and again, a couple drops is a dose, and diffusing is a wonderful way to use them as well. And they're adaptive because they're adaptogenic oils that can work back with your body. But we also have an oil called Balance that you can apply to the bottoms of your feet, your pulse points, and inhale as often as you need to. And this oil is just for topical use or diffusing. And this really balances out your day. And one of the primary ingredients in this Balance oil is frankincense. It's really awesome. And then it has wild orange down here. I love wild orange because you can put it with peppermint to pep you up, or you can put it with lavender to calm you down, or with adaptive or Balance. And it smells so good. You can inhale it as often as you need. And it is a great combination to diffuse or even apply topically. You can also put that in a capsule. Now, that adaptive system is fantastic for, you'll see that all the recommendations of the major essential oils for calming and for adapting to your even panic disorder. 6 million US adults, or 2.7% of the population, have panic disorder, and essential oils are awesome for that. If you have social anxiety disorder, 15 million US adults, or 6.8% of the population, men and women are affected equally with social anxiety disorder. Some of the symptoms are fearing situations of potential negative judgment, avoiding activities for fear of embarrassment, analyzing yourself and actions after social interactions, or issues like making eye contact with people. These essential oils, again, are so good for giving you just that bravery to be able to not have that anxiety. Another thing that is great is to do a cleanse. All right, you can do a nutritional cleanse for your gut. You can do a daily, your diet is really important for anxiety and stress. Your exercise is a wonderful way to manage stress and anxiety and help you to have better sleep. And then working out, if you have parasites, gut health issues, or even toxins that increase, again, stress and anxiety. And here is doTERRA's essential oil cleanse on the right here. And this is based on doTERRA's vitamins, the lifelong vitality. And there's some other things like probiotic. There is a gastrointestinal. This is 10-day phases, which, adds up to 30 days. And just so you know that 90% of vitamins are synthetics. These are not, these are plant-based. This is all real food. Your body recognizes this as food. You have 22 servings of fruit and vegetables, and so much nutrition for you in this 30-day cleanse. If your gut health is out of balance, and here are some, look here on the screen for some of the things that will let you know if your gut isn't out of balance. Eczema, gas, bloating, abdominal cramps, mucus in your stool, loose stools, a coated tongue, parasites, thyroid conditions, fatigue, headaches, mood disorders, joint pain, bad breath, strong body odor, skin rashes or eruptions, psoriasis, or weight gain. If you have these things, you might have gut issues and you need to do a cleanse. Now, what else? Prayer, meditation, and faith can really help you and control what's feeding your fears. Like if you have phobias, 19 million American adults have phobias, which is 8.7% of the population, and twice as many women are affected as men. There's lots of different phobias, and you can use essential oils and prayer. They work wonderfully together. The Bible says, "Is there one sick among you? Go to the elders of the church, anoint that with oil, pray the prayer of faith, and they'll rise up from their sick bed and be saved." Okay, so it is biblical to use essential oils and prayer, and it really, really works. Essential oils are something God made, occur naturally in nature. They literally are derived from the lifeblood of the plant in a very simple extraction, which is just really, they boil, they steam, distill the plant. This is how they get it, and the oil rises to the top. They separate the oil from the water, and there you go, essential oils. They've been using basically the same process of for 5,000 years of getting those oils out of the plants to use for medicine. So there are many results and research studies on oils and anxiety. Here's just a few of them. Lavender was found to reduce mental stress while increasing arousal. Nurses working in ICU demonstrate decreased perception of stress when they received a topical application of lavender and clary sage essential oils. I mean, you can look on PubMed. There's thousands of essential oil studies, and they're usually done on doTERRA essential oils. Here are some other great essential oils, mostly the ones that are inadaptive, but there are some single oils like lavender, copaiba, orange, sandalwood, rose, lemon, neroli, and just some fantastic essential oils that you can use to help yourself go to sleep. Vetiver is another one that's great for sleep. We have a whole line of a sleep system called Serenity as well. And then there are also oils that can help your memory and help brain support, help cognitive support as we grow older, and some for helping when we have hormonal issues. And if you are interested in getting these oils, there's 3 ways to get them. You can either buy them retail, which is not the way to get them because that's the most expensive way, and I don't think you want them that way. The second way is to let us get you a doTERRA membership for $35, and then everything is 25% off. But the best way is to let us either create a kit or show you some of the kits that we have already bundled that will save you money. You will get a free membership and free shipping. And this is the best way to buy essential oils. So I'm going to stop my share here. And if you are interested in getting essential oils and making them a part of your life, learning how to be the healer in your home, learning how to, when your children are sick, instead of just giving them Sprite and crackers, which is what I used to do. I literally had no idea. A cold rag, Sprite and crackers. That was the deal, right? until I learned about essential oils. And I want to tell you that it changed my life. It changed my children. And I've been able to educate thousands and thousands of people into being the healer in their home and transition out of that modern approach, which is throwing toxins in an already sick body and thinking it's going to get better, to a way that we can use these beautiful, naturally occurring in nature, plant-based oils that have been used for 5,000 years, including in the Bible, mentioned hundreds of times, to beautifully, with just a few drops, know how to treat my children and other people. That has literally changed our lives. And so many people. I was at a wedding shower this weekend. Shout out to Mindy. And she said, I tell everybody these essential oils, doTERRA, has changed my life. She said, it's been 5 or 6 years. I haven't had a runny nose. I wouldn't even know what to do if I had to use a tissue, because I have not had a runny nose. I haven't had sinuses. I haven't had my allergy problems. I have not had a cold for over 5 years. Yeah, that's amazing, right? And then so many other ways that she uses them, but that right there, can you imagine? I mean, I can, because I have the same testimony. So it's just awesome to have these and to feel the empowerment of not being afraid and having to run to the emergency room or to a clinic or to ER, or to think about the fear of the medical expenses for every little thing. I feel like that we say that 85% of the things that you would go to the ER for, we can help you handle at home. But in my case, it's been 100%. Okay, 100%. I can't say that's everybody's experience, but it's mine. And so if you're interested in changing your life and changing your habits, and I want to tell you good habits, like just having your essential oils in your kitchen that you're going to use when you cook, or when you're by your water, where you fill up your water bottle, having them by your diffusers beside your bed, or even outside here to, I have a diffuser right here outside where I diffuse to help me concentrate when I'm working. And sometimes I diffuse something to repel the bugs. The plant that is by my diffuser is so beautiful. I can show you. I think it loves the diffuser. I mean, it's like, give me more oils, because it's just fabulous. The little plant by my diffuser. They're amazing. They heal everything they touch, and they make everybody feel happier and better. So let me know if you're interested. You can contact me at shalomoils.com, or whoever invited you to this class. Get a hold of them and let them give you a wellness consult, and let us get you started on this awesome life of living naturally, close to nature, eliminating toxins, transitioning from that toxic American life to that holistic, beautiful life with a one-stop shop of doTERRA. Thank you so much for joining us. Be blessed, and let us know if we can help you in any way. Shalom.